Good morning, guys. Who missed the fact that I stayed away from politics? If you did, put your hands in the air. Well, I'm glad I'm back to my natural habitat. This morning, we'll be taking a look at the topic debt servicing in Nigeria. Before I proceed, I'd like us to take a look at the meaning of debt servicing. Debt servicing simply means paying back loans alongside their interest. But in the case of Nigeria, debt servicing simply means interest payment on loans, and I'll explain why. Most of the loans taken out by Nigeria usually comes with a moratorium. A moratorium is a waiting period on those loans. Say for instance, Nigeria takes out a loan with a 10-year moratorium. What this simply means is that Nigeria does not get to start paying back those loans until after 10 years. But in the meantime, Nigeria needs to keep servicing those debts. I'm going to be reading out some shocking statistics. Let's go. According to the DMO, that's the Debt Management Office, Nigeria's budget deficit rose by 370.54%. That is from 2.4 trillion naira in 2016 to a whooping 11.34 trillion naira in 2022. According to the World Bank, Nigeria spent 96.3% of its total revenue in debt servicing in 2022. What this simply means is that for every 100 naira Nigeria made in 2022, Nigeria spent 96 naira 3 kobo in interest payment on loans. Shocking, right? Let's find out how much Nigeria was owing back then in 2022. Nigeria's debt profile as at 2022 stood at 46.25 trillion naira. Shocking, right? If as at 2022, when Nigeria was owing 46.25 trillion naira, Nigeria was spending 96.3% of its total revenue in debt servicing. Fast forward to 2023. From the 2023 budget, 6.31 trillion naira, representing 29% of the total expenditure, was voted for debt servicing in 2023. Let's find out how much Nigeria is owing in 2023. Nigeria's foreign debt rose to a whopping $43.2 billion, while the domestic debt stood at 54.1 trillion naira, bringing the total public debt to a whopping 113.4 trillion naira. Shocking, right? Moving forward, from the 2024 Appropriation Act, 8.25 trillion naira, representing 30% of the total budget, was voted for debt servicing in 2024. And also, 9.18 trillion naira was stated as deficit. This simply means that we're going to be borrowing an additional 9.8 trillion naira to augment the 2024 budget, bringing our total public debt to 122 point something trillion naira. That is if they no borrow more. Shocking, right? What this simply means is that the outlook for 2024 is not bright at all. Outlook from the World Bank shows that Nigeria might be spending 123.4% of its total revenue in debt servicing in 2024. What it simply means is that if as at 2022, when we were owing 46.25 trillion naira, we are spending 93% of 96.3% of our total revenue in debt servicing. Fast forward to 2024, where we'll be owing around 122 trillion naira. That is if they no borrow more. What this simply means is that the outlook for 2024 is not bright at all. The Nigerian economy is going to sink further in 2024 if as a nation the entire money we make in 2024 is not enough to pay back the ones we are owing. What this simply means is that we need to borrow more money to be able to pay back the ones we are owing, compounding our debt problem, sinking us further. The outlook for 2024 is not bright at all. Aside from the fact that we're already in a debt trap situation, we are going to sink more in 2024, owing from these needless and endless borrowings. Who do us this kind of thing? We are all those shouting bat up and down, bat up and down. Shey you've seen where you've carried us to. Shebi you've seen where you are taking us to. And for bats that were shouting Emiloko, they never start. Their profile already hit 122 trillion naira. Buhari left a debt of 77 trillion naira, and in less than 3 months, BAT took the bar higher rather, to 113 trillion naira. I wonder how Nigeria will be looking by the time he finishes his first 4 years, be his 8 years. I just imagine how much we'll be owing then as a nation. Omo, I off. I just tire. I just off because this one tire me.